we've heard a lot of great concepts from different areas. The topic, again, future of mobility 2035. We got inspirations on the topic of sustainability, artificial intelligence, 15-minute community, and so a lot of different inspiration, great work of the teams. And now let's talk about how do we connect that? What is implementable, what is doable, where are we today, and what did we learn from this event and the work? Jeff, maybe would you like to start as an overall?
Okay. So when I discovered the whole process, which is very organized, and I see a lot of, it's not about the design thinking process itself, although it's very, has the framework, very rigid, but it's about the inspiration, the idea, and how we look into the future and how to find the solutions for many problems, many the projection of the future. Although we have 4 different concept clusters, but many ideas already, the teamwork already covers other subjects. So it is combining as a whole piece instead of separated questions and problems. So I think we, in order to finding solution for the real problems or the future problems, that is, we need different aspects, different expertise to really solve, really drive the new innovative the solutions for the question or for the topic as the whole concept. 所以我们其实没有完全分割的部分，而是每个问题、每个这个组都是相关联的。虽然我们的命题是可能会有针对性，在未来的发展当中，如果说我们说未来的mobility 的这样的一个话题，我觉得很多的小组已经是用一个新的方法找到一个新的解决方案，给我们很多的这个未来的问题。那么在这个过程当中，其实4个不同的这个 group 它之间都是有关联的，而且我们在未来要解决一个具体的方案，它不是一个单一的领域。所以我们其实在现有的项目当中，我们的这个呈现当中已经有很多的延伸，虽然我们可能目前聚焦在某一个具体的一个现象当中。所以 I'm very impressed by the PBL because that's the project-based doing or learning, and all these 4 clusters should be connected. And I see already within most all of the teams, they already did it because that's really interdisciplinary cooperation to really solve the problem, finding the innovative solutions.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a little bit long, but.
Excellent. No, and I think the point you mentioned that actually diversity is one of the keys to finding new solutions. It's, I have in my work with the car companies, they are stuck in their ivory tower. They are often blocked by their expertise, and bringing together young people from different aspects, bring that really generates new solutions and new approaches to the problem. Kostas, as an AI art expert, you mix that. What did you learn? What was the insight of the day for you today?
Okay, what I found out that is interesting to me is that the human side, as you said, is very important. And kind of like this lack of computer use was actually not a bad idea. I think that was something that I appreciated because they allow the human mind to go wild within its self-contained skull as opposed to reflecting on a screen, which is kind of like lifeless, but at the same time has other virtues which we didn't get to see this time because, again, I don't know, but I like that what I expect to see was not, you know, I was expecting that we're not going to get to that level. We got much more than I thought, which was a very good thing. And also the thing that I liked a lot was that the students are very lively and very passionate about the conversation. Even though I didn't understand the Chinese language, I saw that there was a genuine interest in kind of convincing one another, but in a very kind of like civilized way. There's no like, fightings or anything like that. It was kind of like exchange, which was very interesting. And then again, finally, the last thing that I observed about the overall process was this exactly complementary, integratable thing, because a lot of things that I saw in the other projects could be AI. And a lot of things we did was using like the community and the, even the blind is part of the 15 minutes of the sustainability and of course the value system that the blind have. So it's not like some isolated pieces, but they all work together, even though they don't know each other, really, because there was no, part of your project didn't have them talking to all of the other ones. It was only between the two teams. Again, we'll talk about the process later, but this is my general observations. What about Yicheng? Is he online? Because he's the number one.
Oh, yeah. That's me. I'm talking.
So,
Yes.
in the meantime, can you try to get him online? Kostas, I'm very happy personally that you say that about the process, because I remember for weeks you've been calling me the crazy person, and every 10 minutes you said, what, no computers, how can we? Okay, I'm still crazy, but okay. But I'm really happy to see, especially the winning team from AI with the angel and the glasses, that was so beautiful, acted out, so you don't need a computer. It unleashes more of the creative, and they both complement each other. So, hey Jing, let me ask you, you held this really inspiring, beautiful presentation about the value of the automobile. How do you think is that changing? And what did you see in changes in the projects here?
To be honest with you, at the very beginning, we all kind of freeze. We were talking about 2,000 years before, maybe 1,500 years before, even further down. And then it's very, very disconnected from what I show and what our current life is about. But as we start talking, one of our team members who is from the industry expert, he cannot get into the conversation because his idea is already like he has to think about the new branding, he has to think about many customer value and many things that we always talking about, and he couldn't even come to the conversation. It had a long time to get into the conversation. That's the true. And then as we started having a conversation, I give some examples and some values, but then the team members start talking about what it is, and also especially the number 8 team who is bringing the meditation part with the bamboo structure for one person. That is, I didn't know that, and I get to know that history by doing this thing. And also, we could find many more, I don't want to say like, of course it's not a high tech, but it's a wisdom. I don't know, tech, like a very wise behavior or activities that we completely forgot, and it's under the dust of the old books. But we can find the surprisingly good things, and we always have to go back, and at least we don't take that as it is, but we could rethink what value that we can take into account into our modern society or the future. And the one thing that make us really move forward is who's going to use that thing, who's going to be the main target of that. And that was, we decided to have, at the beginning we have to say somebody, right? Yeah, but we didn't have a clear problem. It's not a problem solving topic, but we just decided to have a younger generation who doesn't want to own it, who doesn't want to buy it, but who wants to explore their experience as much as possible. So as they get older, they could have many different experience instead of owning. So that would be our target. And then as we develop our idea, then Ijan can be a shareable economy, can be connected. It's not a car, but that is the infrastructure. And also there is another historical part that old days they share, the house owner share the water with people outside. And maybe it's not their guest or somebody who needs water, they are sharing the waters, right? So that's also a very good Chinese history and culture. So if that is the case, then we could have a self-sustained infrastructure, which we decided to use solar panels and also change the batteries, and as if we just take some water from a house and that kind of thing.
Thank you. So what I understand is it's really for the automotive industry as well. It's more moving from the vehicle to more an ecosystem thinking, isn't it? The connected ecosystem. So I think that's an important point where they, I think, need to rethink and not just think car and brand. And yeah. Professor Yi Cheng, I see you're online. I hope you can hear us. Maybe we can, I know it was difficult for you to follow just being online. The team tried their best to integrate you virtually. But maybe in a short sentence or maybe 2 minutes, could you share what did you learn? What did you gain? Any new insights from what you could observe from the teams working here?
Yes, thank you very much. I was just surprised. Within such a short time, with such complex questions like mobility for the future. And I'm very happy. Actually, the teams which I was guiding has touched mostly on the social innovation parts. And that's surprisingly to me. I think it's only Tongji students are used to it, but if you have other participants joining and still having that kind of thinking, that's wonderful. And I believe there is lacking also something, not only the sustainability and how that's related to mobility, it failed still, but through the thinking, it may come back. So carbon credit, once nice, system-wise, very good, but how do that really related to mobility? And not only changing the fuel, because fuel will be changed, it will be no carbon emission anymore. So what else? And also with the health situation is a big issue nowadays, and with COVID-19, etc. But how that related to COVID-19, the mobility was not further discussed. But it's a starting point. I feel very comfortable, and I feel that definitely the group will further down, and all the rest I didn't have the chance to have listen to everyone because half it was gone. So, but I just find, yes, as a human-centered topic or a kind of that kind of mindset, you will definitely have that kind of solution in future. Thank you.
Thank you. Very good. And if I may add to that, I mean, I followed all the presentations here. I found it excellent that every single team really incorporated at least elements of sustainability in their project. So I recognize that even sometimes indirectly it was represented, it was one major element of every single project as well, this aspect. So that was also very positive and connecting them together. Speaking for the 15-minute city, which I think we're both very passionate about, I mean, I think you couldn't participate all the time, but what did you take out of that? What did the team bring to life on this topic?
Thank you. 我先说中文。First Chinese and English. 我是第一次参加这种就是一天非常短的这样的 workshop， 所以其实我在最初的时候也在想最后的产出应该可能是什么，但是最后我也是觉得非常的让我 impressed。而且我觉得可能我最大的一个收获就是我们在谈15分钟生活圈或者谈很多解决方案的时候，总是想的相对的比较复杂和系统。但是我们的同学他可以抓到一个点，然后这个点可以去撬动很多 别的一个，就是突然这一个点就能转换整个的这个15分钟生活圈它可能的一种性质，这是我最大的一个收获。
I didn't understand. Neither did Costa. So could you just? Yeah. Could we just have maybe one or two sentences just to summarize the key points?
I just said that usually when we trying to solve the problem to provide the solutions, we always trying to take the systematic approach, but the students find a very unique perspective and a very unique point, and then use that to turn into a whole new version of the 15 minutes life circle. So I really like that.
Wonderful. Yes, I really think that you took it a step forward and really inspired us even more. So, well done. Anything to add from your side?
Yes, I think it's a very inspiring activity, I think. And each team, every team can learn from each other. For instance, to talk about our topic is about culture and value. Sometimes this value and culture are defined by the automobile company, but I think this value and some keyword about that value need to be redefined by young generation, by all the stakeholders. Yes, just like this workshop. So, for example, a lot of automobile companies say that describe their product as luxury. For instance, BMW or some company. But what is new luxury for the young generation? Maybe the sustainable lifestyle, maybe the new meaning of the luxury. So young generation, you need to redefine the old value, old culture. I think I get from this workshop. Yeah.
Great. It's also about time.
Yes.
My pocket part is luxury.
Okay, I'm so happy to be here because I'm from engineering part, right? Actually, our topic is something sustainability. It seems the whole world it's too difficult for the student. But what's inspiring is that all of the students they can focus narrow down according to your guidance, right? One by one, and then they do not only focus on the whole part, do not only focus on the socio-economic system, but they also find some tools. For example, TC1, they find a very important tool, just as Professor Wang Lan said. The tool is carbon point. They use this kind of point to change all the people's behavior to make this kind of thing can be realized. That's inspiring very much. And the TC2 team, they find a very important side. They're focusing on the old people, and the old people living in their home is very important because in the future there are maybe 1/4 people. They are old people, so they focus on a very, very important side, and then they give the solution, and from the social economic and to realize it. I think it's very, very successful workshop, and this kind of organization, I think our engineering school should study from this kind of things. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. That's a great compliment. So excellent. Wonderful conclusion. Unfortunately, I'd love to continue this. I think it's such a great topic, but unfortunately, we have to stay in time.